Hello, horror fans. Welcome back to Jay vs. Horror. I'm your host, Jay Wall, and today, guys, we're going to be taking a look at the 2020 British psychological horror film, Saint Maud. The film is written and directed by Rose Glass in her feature directorial debut. All I can say about that, guys, is if this is her initial offering, I can't wait to see what her future holds in the genre. Saint Maud follows the story of a hospice nurse named Maud, portrayed by Morfydd Clark, a recent convert to Roman Catholicism, who becomes obsessed with a former dancer in her care, played by Jennifer Ailey, believing that she must save her soul. As the film opens, we see that Maud has suffered some kind of trauma in her past, and that has led her to the path of accepting Roman Catholicism to a point of almost fanaticism. Maud is also a hospice nurse, and here we see her take on a new client named Amanda, who is an ex dancer who is now terminally ill with cancer and dying at a exponential rate. Maud is informed by the former caregiver that Amanda is extremely hard to deal with. From here, we see Maud take on the daily chores of a caregiver. She also sees that Amanda has several toxic people in her life that probably aren't helping her situation. Maud begins to take control of what's going on. And as this happens, she also discovers that Amanda is afraid of dying, like we all are. And with her being near the end, Maud decides to reach out and try to help her understand what God is, what religion is, and these different, principles that might make her feel better at this point in her life or death. And so Amanda is kind of a bitch. That's about the best way to say it. She plays with Maud a lot, and she doesn't really take Maud seriously. And there are times, even when she is being nice to Maud, that it seems like she's just putting her on. She's not really interested in what she's saying. She's almost pitying her, basically patronizing her faith and making her feel small as a person. This culminates at a social setting where Amanda pushes Maud too far and Maud strikes back out of character. But see, that's one of the basic things about this film that works is the constant evolution of Maud. We see her in the beginning and we think she's strange. But as the movie progresses, she gets stranger and stranger in different ways. Her obsession with Amanda at first feels like a genuinely well motivated act. As the film goes on, though, it seems like this is something Maud is doing more for herself than for Amanda. It's something she needs. The movie takes a very dark trajectory towards the end and leaves us with some questions. Now, similar to like The Exorcism of Emily Rose, I would say this is a film that makes you ask yourself, is this woman possessed or is there something wrong with her? My opinion is that she's obviously schizophrenic and she's having paranoid delusions. So that would be my take on what's going on with Maud. There are scenes that allude to the fact that she may be possessed or that she may be haunted by a demon that sometimes possesses her or others. I don't really think that's what's happening, though. I really think that if you look at it, it's very clear that Maud is schizophrenic. She's hearing voices, she's seeing things, and in her heart, she is being driven towards helping this woman that does not want her help or attention. The film is definitely a slow burn, guys, but it's only about an hour and 20 minutes long, so it's worth it. The performances are top notch. The way this film is shot is excellent. The atmosphere is dark and beautiful. And, ultimately, I liked it a lot. The story here is something that's supposed to make us think about things we probably don't really want to think about. For instance, I'm not religious, but I know a lot of people who are religious that are very good people, not because of what they believe in, but because that they believe in it enough to follow it. Uh, all religions have morality tales, and if you live your life that way and you follow those, then it is likely that you are a very good person. However, religion can be a crutch for some people who don't understand what's happening to them. Unfortunately, this happens a lot with mentally ill people. They need something to rely on, something to fall back on, and there's nothing that lends itself better to schizophrenia than having a set of tales that sound fantastic that could possibly be happening to you other than what's actually happening to you. The film is definitely a slow burn, but at an hour and 20 minutes, it's worth the time. If I'm being objective, I don't think everyone's going to like this one. I think it'll probably be somewhere around 50-50. Some people need more scares, some people like creatures and things like that, and this movie doesn't really have any of those. It does build to two pretty good shots at the end of the film. One that's genuinely creepy, and well, I guess they're both genuinely creepy. One that's intended to be scary, and one that's intended to be like a what the hell just happened moment. And they both work incredibly well at the end of this film. Unfortunately, if you're looking for more than that, if you like movies where there's a ghost standing behind somebody every time they walk through a room or anything like that, this is not the film for you. It has a few subtle moments of creepiness, but mostly builds out of atmosphere and character development to an end that's pretty explosive, to say the least. I liked it a lot, guys. I'm going to give it 7.5 out of 10. Like I said, I don't think that's going to be the score for everyone. I think a lot of you are going to think it's too slow, too boring, and you may not even get to those last two scenes at the end. But yeah, 7.5 out of 10 for me. Let's take a look at the trailer for St. Maud. And then, guys, we'll be right back after the trailer to wrap up.
Dear God, your presence graces the air, and soon everyone will see.
Hi, are you Maud?
Yes, hi. It takes nothing special to mop up after the dying.
You're prettier than the last one.
But to save a soul, that's quite something. Bless Amanda's body, and bless her mind, which is shrouded in darkness.
When you pray, do you get a response?
Oh, it's like he's physically in me. It's how he guides me.
My little savior.
Hey, I thought that was you. What you up to?
I'm a private carer.
You're still nursing?
What?
They know what happened.
All the good girls go to hell, 'cause even God herself.
I just want to see you loosen up.
I've got more important things on my mind.
There's my little savior. Maud, he isn't real.
Nothing worthwhile comes easily.
All the good girls go to hell. I turn to ignore you. Don't say I didn't warn you.
You must be the loneliest girl I've ever seen.
I'm ready and open. And I feel fuller of your love than ever before. I have a responsibility.
Oh, yes, of course.
This is life and death on another level. What if I'm getting it all wrong?
All the good girls go to hell.
All right, horror fans, there's a look at St. Maud, a film that should have a lot of horror fans split. I can see this one being like number 4 or number 5 for the year in some people's list, and other people being like, yuck, I hated it. But that's the way it goes. We all have different tastes, right, guys? Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will talk to you the next time we've got something worth talking about. Bye.